It's a special edition of the Brett Allan Show, a pop culture podcast, and I can't even believe this is happening right now.
Believe it, baby.
I'm blown away. I am joined by OG voice actor legend Tara Strong. I have the hilarious Adam Ray, and of course Yvette Nicole Brown. And before we start, Yvette, I'm supposed to say hi to you from Marcel Spears. We just interviewed him this morning.
That's my baby.
Said, yes, but he sends his best. Let's talk about Crossing Swords, season 2, December 10th. Season 1 was hilarious. Season 2, I feel like, is just as amazing. Absolutely hilarious. Let's start with you, Tara. What can people expect from season 2? And what's it all about? I mean, it's absolutely amazing.
I mean, it's really a continuation from season 1. So there's a lot more sex, drugs, rock and roll, and children's toys. It just pushes every envelope, and they're unafraid to go everywhere, and they do it everywhere. I mean, they're not shy. They do it everywhere. There's just sex everywhere. So
yes,
if you like sex everywhere, watch season 2.
I think everybody's a fan of that, and especially it is an animated type program, but it's definitely not for children. My son stumbled upon season 1 by happenstance, and I was like, no, we cannot watch this. Son? He's 7, and I was like,
right on the cusp.
Yeah, right on the cusp. Well, let's move to you, Adam, now that we talk about this. Yeah. I think a lot of our listeners are familiar with you and your comedy and your stand-up. I've seen you here in the Bay Area before. Let's talk about your experience as a comedian. And I mean, you've done other voiceover work before, but what interested you just overall dipping your toes into the voiceover world as opposed to doing your stand-up comedy and live performances?
Great question. Well, I've always been, ever since I was a kid, I wanted to be a voice on cartoons. And then once I got to an age where I was like, developed a comedic sensibility and realized what I liked. And I know you're saying, hey, I don't want to show my kids Crossing Swords at 7, but I mean, I was watching, I was watching Boogie Nights type movies at like 5. You know what I'm saying? So
that explains a lot.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah,
no, I'm joking.
That informs me a lot about your stand-up, but I digress.
By the way, that was a joke, but
I know. We'll get you on a separate episode, and we'll dig in deeper about that, my friend.
Okay, for sure. But this show, great for in my stand-up too. I like to do a fair amount of crowd work throughout the hour show, and a show like this where there's so many jokes per minute, I really dig. They allow us to really like play in the booth with the characters to kind of help really find all the layers and discover like who you're really playing, which is awesome. Just to have all your weapons at your disposal comedically rules. But this show in particular, again, Robot Chicken, Stupid Buddy that created that and did Swords, and Tom and John like just created this world that I feel like I hadn't seen before. So when it first came out, I was like, I got to do whatever it takes to be a part of this, and I mean whatever it takes, and
you did.
And I did. I cooked a couple meals for John and Tom. That's what I meant by that.
Okay, thank you again for clarifying the fact.
Yeah, dude.
And as a
I'll make it weird.
As a sidebar, if my son's mother found out he was watching that, I would have a lot of questions to answer. But I digress. But I get it. I mean, I'm 47. When I was young, I was sneaking up, watching HBO Cinemax on the old clicker cable box, Young Guns, all the things that I was not allowed to watch. Yvette, you have done so many amazing projects, film, television, just a lot of things. Let's talk about your experience and your opportunity to dip your toes into the animated world and what your experience is like. And what can people expect overall? What are you hoping that the fans walk away with this time with season 2, outside of just, simply being entertained?
My character is really not good at her job because she doesn't care. And so it's kind of fun for me to play Sergeant Megan because every other character I've ever played is always very earnest and really wants to do great. And she really doesn't care. She does great. And so it's kind of fun to lean into the anarchy of that. And I think it lives perfectly in the world of our show because Crossing Swords is so irreverent and nobody really cares and nobody's really good at their job. No one lives up to their station in life. Everybody's just kind of a walking little peg-id. So that's been a lot of fun to do. And I must say, as I'm in this room with voiceover royalty and Tara, it's an honor to be on a show with someone of her caliber, because to be able to hang with her and to hang with Luke Evans, and yes, you too, Adam, it says a lot to be able to hang on the show. Like there's no weak links in this show. So the fact that I was cast to be with greatness kind of makes me feel good inside.
You
Yes.
are great. You are
You're a
greatness.
goat.
You
You're a
are.
goat
Are
of
you
that.
kidding me?
Yeah, you're one of the
Kidding
goats.
me?
Shut up.
I mean,
Yeah,
thank
you
you
all
for
are
saying that, but
fantastic.
hello, goddess. What the hell?
Yeah,
Oh,
Yeah,
please.
I
Thank
mean, there's no comparison. You all three are just
Well,
absolutely.
there's a little comparison. Like Adam is like a little bit.
Yeah,
Okay.
and you know what? I'm aware of that, and I lean into that. I know that
love
I'm the
it.
third wheel here, and I'm fine with that. You know what I'm saying?
That's okay. I'm the third wheel most of the time in life. Just ask my ex-wife. This has been a lot of fun. You all
Hilarious,
are
dude.
absolutely amazing. And season 2, December 10th, Crossing Swords. Be sure to check it out. Thank you all for your time. Have a
Thanks,
wonderful
Brett.
day.
Appreciate you, Brett.